we know each other well enough where I want to, enroll with you. Arbonne's complex and manipulative pyramid scheme is finally revealed. Had to get in close for that one because for dramatic effect. No? Alright. We're going to cover three commenters on one of my videos. Link will be in the description below for that. And let's just understand their perspective because they had some varying perspectives, and it's important to have perspective even if it differs from your own, so we can, just have more appreciation. Because, it goes from awareness, which is what my videos create, to understanding, which if you're reasonable, that's what you seek and get. And then we can appreciate something. So you can't appreciate something until you understand it, and you can't understand it until you're aware of it. And so that's what I do, and that's the purpose of this video. Anyways, let's get right into the first commenter on that video about Arbonne, and they said, "These negative comments make me laugh." Sometimes, or a lot of times, negative comments get blocked on my YouTube comment filter because they use cuss words and they be calling me out, and I'm like, oh, that's not necessary. Let's focus on the points, not the person. Let's focus on the message, not the messenger. But that gets lost in translation, clearly. Anyone in business, they say, understands that it takes effort and strategy to make money. That's true, especially if you're self-employed and work for yourself, because it's about helping a lot of people and adding value. And then the money follows. You notice it was the help a lot of people came first, and then it was the money. It kind of popped up like boop, That's if you're doing it in a way that adds value, and helps people really. But there's some people that don't, right? And they can still make money. Those are called more like scam artists and stuff. But we ain't gonna get into all that. I focus on trying to add value, and I do that through educating, obviously, products with the company I'm with, and educating, keyword educating. All right. Then they say, for those who don't make money, well, that's your fault. Just like in any business. I will say, yeah, taking ownership, because there's like a little triangle, right? At the very top, there's the persecutor. On one end, there's the victim. At the other end of the triangle, there is the rescuer. And in the middle, can you guess what's in the middle of that triangle, of all that craziness? Ownership. That's right. And how many people focus on the O? Not many. That's for sure. Anyways, we'll continue. He said, stop pointing fingers and take responsibility for results. That's right. If you point, you still got three pointing back at you. If you do this, some people are smart Alex, you got the whole thing connected to you still. So there's a lot that we can take responsibility for and ownership for, but it's not fun. It's not sexy. It's not something that gives us, good feelings, so I can see why people avoid it, but it's the mature thing to do. It's the adult thing to do, and it's the right thing if you're following a standard of excellence in everything you do. So let me just make sure that's known. Okay. People out there, that's for certain people, and you know who you are. I'm giving you the feedback, so. I'm open to constructive feedback too, but, I'll pull the truth out. He goes on to say, Arbonne has been around for like 49 years. If they were illegal, I think they'd be shut down by now. Logical, right? Arbonne distributors are also required to pay tax. Yes, the tax department know they are operating. If you don't like to spend or lose money, don't get into business. Simple. I relate to that. I mean, there's been a lot of little business ventures and sometimes big ones where I've lost money in. There's some that I've made some money in. There's some where I've made a lot of money in. And some of them get shut down, some of them continue, some of them trickle down, some of them trickle up. There's a whole bunch of stuff. And it's kind of like, I would like to be able to focus on one business and have that grow tremendously, but sometimes it doesn't work that way. And I do take 100% responsibility for that. I am not blaming anyone because I am in charge of my own destiny, and that's very empowering. Yes, there's a lot of stuff that's out of my control, but I try to control the controllables, which are namely my thoughts, my words, and my actions on a daily basis, and that is what I focus on, and that's what I encourage other people to do as well. But a lot of times they don't want to because, again, if you've got deficits or maturity gaps or skills gaps or things that are a gap, it can create some insecurity feelings, or it can create shame or guilt or anger or anxiousness. There's a lot of things that can happen, and I get that, but that's not a time to do this. That's a time to reflect. The second commenter, let's get some more perspective. They said Arbonne's response to any bad experiences that people have with them is that they aren't positive enough. and will not accept that for 99% of people, it's physically impossible to progress within a pyramid structure like that. Can you guess which of the side of the spectrum that this person's on? I mean, the other person was like, look, take responsibility, and this person's like, okay, that's kind of my interpretation. Yeah, with the head action. I need some oil for that. They go on to say, it's a very complex manipulative game that they play, but the blame always seems to fall on the individual's work ethic, which is not the case at all. I mean, that's not even an accurate statement. Not at all. I mean, so it's zero ownership for your thoughts, words, and actions? What? Like, that's very responsibility shuckish. I mean, you're just like taking the responsibility and shucking it somewhere else. I mean, that is not adult-like, that's not mature-like, and that's definitely not reasonable. So I strongly disagree with the second commenter. I largely agree, almost exclusively agree 100%. I mean, I'm trying to find something that I don't agree with the first person's, but yeah, I mean, they're pretty spot on. I mean, I'm going to be an advocate for ownership, even if it, you know, even if there's negative feelings associated, or even if I don't look as good. I mean, that's if it's the truth, it's the truth. I'm not going to deny the obvious, okay? Yes, there's people that make money. Yes, there's people that don't make money. But we need to take ownership for our process, our skills, goals, effort, quantity and quality of our network, as well as our lead generation system. We gotta own, you know, where we're at and all that stuff. So, I mean, it's 2020, you know what I mean? Let's step it up. All right, let's go with the third commenter. Get even more perspective. So the perspective of the first person, you're like, okay, and then the second person, well, he might have took you down a little bit, but anyway, the second person, and then the third person is like, whoa, okay. So here we go. They said, think I found the Arbonne IC, or independent consultant. Most companies I know don't require you to pay to start working, because this is an independent contractor, not an employee. There's a difference, people. It's like people are like pulling the stuff that they want out of the comparison that benefits their agenda, but then they're like ignoring all the stuff that makes it different, or, you know, discredits or discounts or whatever you mean. You know what I'm saying? People are it's confirmation bias is what it is. I'm just going to look for the stuff that supports my whatever agenda without being objective. They go on to say, most companies I know don't require you to pay to start working, allow you to take paid holiday where you don't have to work, and don't require you to buy products to remain with the business. Okay, so you're comparing a full-time employee with an independent contractor, which are totally different, even tax qualifications. So like, you know, how it's filed with the government, you know, federal government. So like, if you're actually going to look at things objectively, you need to, yeah, point out those things and how they're different, but then also how it's a 100% commission. You don't get a salary with network marketing, okay? Unless you're in corporate. So, and that's a full-time employee. Like, you get health benefits and other, like, but you also have different ceilings and caps and things like, so yes, you can get a bonus, but it's limited. You know, like, come on now, like, let's be reasonable. But you know, that's why I do videos, so people can get more perspective if they want it. Anyways, they go on to say, any DA training I've listened to puts an emphasis on recruiting others. That's a traditional network marketing focus, which is focus on the business opportunity, recruit and sell. More authentic network marketing is focused on powerful products, teach and share. So that's the company I'm a part of. That's what I try to do. But anyways, to each their own. And they say, I've listened to puts an emphasis on recruiting others. There's never a mention of how good the products are. I mean, yeah, I mean, that's understandable. A lot of people just want to recruit, so they can just recruit the people and have them recruit people. But yeah, I mean, Eric Worre, I covered this before in other videos, but Eric Worre says you need to know somebody really well and know they're looking for a business opportunity before you present the business opportunity. So there should be a lot of pre-qualification before that's being done, and you should respect what their position or stance or answer is to that, as, you know, if they're the prospect, because it's about helping people with what they want, so then eventually you can get what you want. And it may not be they become a customer, it may not be they may not become a business builder or an associate or distributor with you. So that's okay. Like, we don't need to force a square peg through a circle hole. They also say, and they care about you having more people in your downline to make money from. I'm sorry, but if that's not a pyramid scheme, I don't know what is. Okay, so FTC defines a pyramid scheme. It's when you exchange headcount but money. Illegal, but when you exchange real products for real money, it's not. This is called the value exchange. All right. Some people try to say, well, that's just a product-based pyramid scheme. No, it's not. You're just attaching two contradictory terms together in order to win and be right, which is unreasonable because you have an anti-MLM predisposition, which discounts anything that is contrary to your own. Whew. You can tell I'll be getting a lot of haters, man. People are like, your canned response, Lance. I'm like, I don't have canned responses, but I just keep getting the same types of like arguments, and it's just like it's so repetitive. It's like people aren't like doing the work themselves to personally develop or do self-improvement on their communication or discussion skills or etiquette when commenting. I mean, people get that digital courage, right? Start cussing, calling people out their names, and start just doing all kinds of stuff. Anyways, goes on to say, yes, everyone has to put in effort to their job, but at least you earn money from your first pay. It's because it's salary in a full-time employee, and you can earn money from network marketing. You just have to help people or a person enroll as a customer or as a associate, distributor, or business builder, or whatever it's called in that organization. But it's typically a distributor is the common term. It takes years, all caps, in Arbonne for you to pay for your pay to be more than your expenses on the products you buy. It depends. I mean, there's exceptions to that. Obviously, yes, that's true in general, but you have to look at the time it takes, and if they have an income disclosure statement, that's a good place to start, as well as the compensation plan, that's another good place to start, as well as asking people how long it took them from other people to get certain areas. That's really good questions to ask in general. Then this person says, I hate all the false positivity as well. It is so toxic. The only thing that's toxic is this person's unreasonableness, as well as the previous commenter. I mean, they're just, like, I can tell, they're toxic when it's just really one-sided. Like, I at least try to look at both sides, but I do have a home team I root for, obviously. It's, different company, but still network marketing, because network marketing is just training wheels for entrepreneurship. You learn about customer acquisition, customer turnover, you learn about, educating and sales and marketing and personal branding. You learn about so much stuff in network marketing, and if you do it correctly and you do it in a way that adds value, it's about understanding other people's needs and seeing if you can fill a gap by understanding the problem with a solution. There you go. Powerful products, teaching and sharing focus instead of the business opportunity focus, recruiting and selling. Yes, if somebody raises their hand and says, I'm looking to diversify my income, yes, I'm looking for a network marketing business, part-time or full-time, and yes, we know each other well enough where I want to, enroll with you. Like, that makes sense. The traditional network marketing makes sense for that person, but you got to get to know somebody and you got to respect their decision. And so that's what I'm an advocate of, is like proper needs-based fulfillment based on the individual, not what, my agenda or somebody else's agenda is on trying to make them something that they're not or they don't want to. You don't want to pressure people into things, is what I'm trying to say. Want to help people based on what their needs and goals are. There we go. Well, that concludes today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click the like button if you did. Share this video with somebody that would benefit from it. And most importantly, check out the links in the description below. There will be resources to help you grow and learn if you're into personal development and growth. And otherwise, I will see you in the next video.